Do you know we need a new definition of health? See, everyone thinks they know what health is, but really what is it? Like if I gave you a piece of paper and I said, write down the definition of health, could you do it without looking it up? Most of us have different definition of what health is. I think we need to redefine that because your definition of health actually determines how healthy you are and how healthy you live, how long you live, how well you live. My personal definition of health used to be, if I look good and if I feel good, I must be healthy. See how many people actually call their doctor, they wake up in the morning and they go, oh yeah, I feel pretty good. I don't have any pain. I don't have any restrictions. I don't feel stiff. Bodily functions are there. Let me call my doctor and go in and get checked out. Nobody does that. What do? When do we call the doctor? We call the doctor when there's a problem, when there's something hurting, when there's something bad. And even then we don't call the doctor. We wait till it gets really bad and then we call the doctor. And then when we go to the doctor, what happens? The doctor says, well, here's some medication. That's your only option, is take some medication to hopefully undo what's going on. If this is a chronic thing that's been going on, like let's say back pain, I'm a chiropractor. This is the stuff I treat. Someone's got back pain and they let it go for a long time. By the way, do you know the 5 most dangerous words you have ever spoken are thought it would go away? Did you know that? Because you wait and you expect it to go away. And the pain does sometimes go away, but the underneath cause of that problem does not go away. Like a leak in the ceiling. If it starts leaking in the ceiling, you look at that, you go, I think it'll go away. Well, it'll go away when it stops raining, but guess what? When it rains again, it comes back. And one of these days, you're going to shut the door behind you. When you walk in, a ceiling will cave in on your head. And it wasn't shutting the door that did it. It was ignoring the cause of the problem. And you see, saying that if I look good and feel good, I'm healthy is the same as saying if I don't actually see water dripping from the ceiling, then the roof is fine. It may not be, and it needs to be checked. So the true definition of health is very different. See, if that's your definition, you go to a doctor, you get medication, right? And then you may be sent to a physical therapist to do some exercise or whatever. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't help you, go back to the doctor, and the doctor will say, well, you probably need surgery. The hip's not bad enough. So let's wait till it gets worse, and then we'll operate. You might be thinking, what if I don't want it to get worse? What do I do then? I don't know. You've got bad hip. Eventually it'll need surgery, but it's not bad enough. So take some painkillers and live with it until it gets better. That's what happens when our definition of health is how I look and how I feel. See, when I went to chiropractic school, we had to take a bunch of classes. Your first 2 years, first 4 semesters are basic sciences. So you're taking your anatomy, physiology, neuroanatomy, neurophysiology, toxicology, pathology, microbiology, public health. You're taking all these classes, and then after 2 years, you sit for boards, and you have to pass those boards before you specialize in chiropractic. But during those 4 terms, when I'm getting the basic sciences, one of the classes we took was pathology. Pathology is the study of disease. And guess what? When we're studying all these diseases, the deadliest diseases in the world have no symptoms. Meaning someone who has early stage cancer still looks good and still feels fine. Someone who starts to have diabetes still looks good and feels fine. Someone who starts to have early stage arthritis, same thing. Someone could be obese and still feel fine. And so we judge our health. If we judge our health by how we feel, we miss the biggest diseases, like heart disease. See, when the arteries are starting to clog, you don't know. You don't feel it. What's the first sign of a heart attack? It's the heart attack itself. And you don't know. There's no warning. It just comes on. You see, if our definition of health is how I look, how I feel, we're missing the boat. And we're going to allow ourselves to fall apart. And we won't go to the doctor till we're actually deathly ill, till we're sick, till we're hurting. And then we're dependent on medication. And then we end up having surgery. And it's a downward spiral that doesn't end well. We need a new definition of health. Change your definition of health. It's not how you look. It's not how you feel. It's how your body's working. It's how your body is functioning. Perfect and proper function is true proper health. The definition of health is optimal function, meaning your body is working properly, means your immune system is functioning, your cardiovascular system functioning, your heart and lungs functioning, your digestive system functioning, your musculoskeletal system functioning, and all those systems are functioning in cooperation with each other, monitored and controlled by your brain through the nervous system. That is the definition of health. And how do you know you're functioning properly? You sometimes don't. You need to get checked. You need to get evaluated. I think just like we get our teeth checked on a regular basis, we need to have other systems in our body checked on a regular basis. And we should do it when we're not feeling bad. Because by the time you feel bad, it's like this snowball that started at the top of the mountain and started to roll down the mountain and got bigger and bigger and bigger. Now it's an avalanche. Good luck trying to stop that. My suggestion, check your spine on a regular basis. Because if the brain and the nervous system control everything that happens in your body, and I know what you're thinking, you're a chiropractor, so you're going to recommend this. It's what I know. And I know for a fact the human body is self-healing and self-regulating. The human body knows how to repair, how to adapt, how to become resilient in the face of stress. Just like when we go and exercise in the gym, we get stronger, more resilient. When we're face other challenges, the same thing happens. And all of that is information that's perceived by the brain and sent out through nerves to the body. And what if there's nerve interference? What if there's misalignments in your spine that are affecting those nerves, disturbing the connection and communication between your organ, like the heart, with your brain? Shouldn't that interference be removed? Because that's what the chiropractor does. But none of you are checking your spine. None of you are checking your nervous system. None of you are checking to see if the communication between the brain and the rest of the body are functioning properly. Something to think about. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it made sense. Like the video, subscribe, share. I appreciate you.